Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. I have the T-Mobile website pulled up. I am a bit under the weather. I have some post-nasal drip, so bear with me. Um, I should I should be over it over the next few days. Shouldn't last too long. But the reason I wanted to make this video, I'm sure there's a lot of people asking the question why I'm with T-Mobile, especially since I have acknowledged several times that Verizon has the absolute best network. So I wanted to kind of talk about that in this video. A lot of people have been asking me, who's my primary carrier? Who do I use? And I thought this would be a good time and a good video to make to address why I use T-Mobile and how come I acknowledge that Verizon has the best network and why am I not with Verizon? So I use T-Mobile as my primary carrier. I'm sure some of you know that. I'm on the Go 5G Next plan. I have T-Mobile's highest plan, and so the biggest reasons why I'm with T-Mobile still and have maintained a T-Mobile account is because I have a tenured account. My account is 7 years old now. I get I get just about anything that I finance without issue at this time. I have a good paying history with T-Mobile, so my account credit limit is very high. So I don't have to, even on the Go 5G Next, I don't have to deal with down payments or anything like that. I can finance any device, any AirPod, any case, any screen protector without issue. I haven't ran into any issues. I finance, I pay it off, and my account limit goes higher. So that's one of the reasons. Another reason too is since I have a good account standing, anytime there's issues, anytime I run into a network issue and I have to call in about it, I get a credit. That's T-Mobile's way of dealing with situations. I've been getting credits a lot. I just recently, like 2 days ago, got a $25 credit because I had to deal with a rated issue. So they take care of me. And that leads me to customer service. It's been great. I've had nightmares dealing with Verizon customer service, and I've had nightmares that I'm still dealing with today with AT&T customer service. There was an issue with AT&T where I couldn't even upgrade to a new phone even after paying the 50% off the device. That still haunts me to this day. And Verizon, I couldn't deal with them. Like, they were trying to do the whole digital thing, and that didn't work. And then I couldn't even get a hold of customer care. And then when I did get a hold of customer care, it took an hour and a half just to fix a simple issue. So maybe, Verizon and AT&T have gotten their act together since then and gotten that fixed. But with T-Mobile, the customer service is just great. Every time recently that I've called, I've gotten a care rep stateside, which is a good thing in my opinion. Although there is another video that's going to drop. Excuse me. They're pushing T-Life very heavily, and I want to mention that again in this video because they're doubling down on the digital, so I have to double down on my thoughts and opinions. I think there's another reason that they bought Mint Mobile. It wasn't just because of Mint and the customers. Of course, that played a big part. But remember, with Mint Mobile, they were an MVNO. T-Mobile got no additional assets from Mint. They didn't get Spectrum. They didn't get tower sites. But what they did get is the ins and outs on how to do D2C correctly, direct to consumer. And what are we now seeing? Again, I'm speculating. I don't have document. But what are we seeing now? T-Mobile's pushing T-Life. Very heavy, right? And if you don't have to go to the store and you have to do everything through the app, guess what that is? Direct to consumer. They are pushing T-Life aggressively. I speak with reps. I speak with higher level executives. T-Life is the thing. At the end of Q1, apparently the T-Mobile system that's being used in store on the tablets are going to get shut down, decommissioned, and they're going to use T-Life. They really want to get T-Life 100% perfected so everything can be done through that app. That is causing a lot of concern. It's causing concern because now what happens to retail? What happens to reps? What happens to care reps? What happens to virtual retail? I called 611 and I said that in the video. I called 611 recently, and usually 611 would fix the issue very, very quickly. But this go around, they sent me an email that tells me the steps to follow to fix the issue on T-Life. So now that I did that through T-Life, I'm like, oh, this is convenient. I don't have to call customer care. So for me, it makes no difference. I can go through care or I can go through T-Life. But now that I saw how quickly and easily it's done through T-Life, now I'm thinking, well, I don't have to call customer care anymore. So then I'm thinking, I mean, T-Mobile's not going to let all these people sit around collecting a check. So there's going to be some cuts. There's going to be cuts. I just want to make that clear. I don't know the extent, right? We can speculate and say it's a high amount, but it's going to hit hard. It's going to hit very hard because I'm like, all this stuff that you can now do on T-Life and then what T-Life will do in the future, they're going to make this better. They're going to add more stuff on T-Life. So I don't even want to say days are numbered for reps, but man, it's causing a lot of concern. Trust me. But yeah, those are just some of the reasons why I'm with T-Mobile. I'm on the Go 5G Next. Just so you guys know, this is not an ad. This is not a sponsor. This is just me and my personal use. That's who I have. I have like 7 lines. I have high credit. I have a tenured account. I don't plan on leaving that account because, like I said, it's just a very easy interaction. Right? If I go with another carrier, I start at 0, then I have to wait, and then I'm like, I don't know if I can get enough credit at the early time to finance all devices on all the lines, and it's just kind of tough, right? So with T-Mobile, it's already all there, right? I'm financed, I'm good to go. I just upgraded 2 lines on the any condition, any device, right? So I'm good. That account is a solid account. I don't have any issues. I'm on the highest plan, so whatever feature gets added in should be added in on the Go 5G, right? Like if they commercially launch Starlink, right, with T-Mobile, that should be free for the Go 5G customer, Go 5G Next customer, right? It should be a free add-on. So that's what I'm thinking is going to happen, right? And then of course, the lower plans might not get it for free. They might have to pay a little. It just depends, but usually that's what happened, and or that's what happens when you're on the highest plan and you get the best promos and everything else. So that's the reason that I'm with T-Mobile. I understand the network deficiencies. I understand it very well. Like I said, Verizon will have the best network by far. Not knocking T-Mobile. Like I said, T-Mobile's network, I can do everything on the network that I need to do. So I don't have complaints on that regard. But I do understand certain corners that T-Mobile has still cuts, right? I understand it. I acknowledged it in the Verizon video, and I acknowledge it here again, right? The strand mounts. It's a one-directional small cell. It might meet the needs for that specific area, but it doesn't do much else. Right? Whereas a C-RAN, it can cover 360. It can cover 360 to help the entire area versus just one directional beam. Right? So the strand mount, it worked. T-Mobile invested. It did something for someone, right? But was it the best possible deployment they could have done? No. But it was a cheaper option. During LTE, they weren't spending as much. So it was a solution that they implemented. Now it's already deployed, so you might as well just upgrade it and move it to 5G. Right? Could they possibly deploy the C-RAN small cell in other parts of the city? It's possible, but I see them personally continuing to deploy the macro in my market. They have a lot of strand mounts deployed all over the city, and they do work, right? I will acknowledge that, but that's a piece where I know Verizon and AT&T really don't favor that deployment. They favor the C-RAN deployment, which is, it's clearly the better deployment. The fiber piece is another big deal. I think owning your own fiber just gives you that much more of an advantage. Even though I'm not knocking T-Mobile. They lease back fiber. They have adequate amounts of fiber to meet my needs. Until that stops, I'll be good to go. You know, if the day comes that, hey, look, your network, the outsized growth, you oversold it, it's slowing down, and I can no longer do my day-to-day tasks, then, you know, I start looking elsewhere. But for now, I don't see that happening in the short or midterm. I think that's more of a long-term concern because T-Mobile has plenty of spectrum. They have plenty of contiguous AWS, PCS. They have C-band to deploy if they keep it. Like I said in the speculation video, they might sell it. It's a possibility. But just just wanted to make this video explaining why I'm with T-Mobile. No knock to Verizon and AT&T. They continue to do business. They continue to grow. They continue to invest in their networks and fiber. I just didn't like the billing much for AT&T. The billing system was all over the place. Customer service was rough. That was the time when they had media and the fiber department. You never knew who you were going to get on the phone. You were always transferred. It was just a tough environment to be in. Even if it's just once or twice a year you had to call, it was just a tough interaction. And then with Verizon, they've been trying to go digital as well, where you go to the My Verizon app, you call the 611, and then they automatically transfer you to the My Verizon app, and it's just a mess, right? Maybe it's gotten better since then, but I'm still hearing people say that Verizon's customer service isn't the best. Verizon themselves have acknowledged that their customer service isn't the best. So maybe they fix it. We'll see. But for now, those are the reasons I'm with T-Mobile. Customer service is by far the best. I mean, it's, in my opinion, by my estimations, what I've experienced, it's not even close. T-Mobile has by far the best customer service out of any carrier that I've dealt with, even Sprint, in my opinion. They have the best billing that I've been a part of. My bill is always the same. With Verizon and AT&T, that wasn't the case for many times. And I think the T-Life app is going to be the most interactive app out of any carrier until Verizon and AT&T really start shifting. I know AT&T mentioned they're changing their billing and all that, so they're probably going to get a new app too. Verizon is probably doing that. I haven't used My Verizon app in a while, so that's probably different from the last time I used it. So they're getting better too, but T-Mobile is just far ahead in that regard, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I know some of you had issues with T-Mobile. I know I'm going to see those comments, but it's what I've dealt with. And usually interactions with T-Mobile is very quick, very swift. They fix issues quick. I'm not saying that 10-year accounts get treated different, but you usually fight a little harder when you have a longer tenured account versus somebody that's just been with the company 6 months. That's usually how that works. So again, I have high credit on the credit balances on the account. I don't have any down payments. I can finance any device without issue. So those are some of the reasons that I've stayed and been with T-Mobile. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know why you're with your carrier. Let us know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Live. See y'all in the next one. Peace.